Welcome to the bucket, y'all. While we are ostensibly a video game channel, during Ben and I's playthrough of Still Wakes the Deep, Siren's Rest, we just sort of talked about Jurassic Park over the entire climax of that game. So we figured we'd just do a whole ass video about Jurassic Park. Plus, it's a great excuse to go back and watch the 3 movies in the series worth watching.
Yeah, and of course we're putting on the highest form of content for y'all in making a tier list.
Jurassic Park is one of those franchises where the quality is of the movies are kind of all over the place, and that's even within the films themselves, except for the first one, which is pretty much perfect.
It would not be a completely insane take to say that the quality ranking of the Jurassic Park films is their release order.
Right, yeah.
That would not be too wild of a take.
No. But, so, the thing with our tier list today is it's just the dinosaurs and how they're portrayed in the movies, not our general opinions of these dinosaurs, because we know that Jurassic Park is not a legitimate scientific source. It is a piece of entertainment.
Yeah, these are all still from the era of dinosaurs where they were like kind of shrink wrapped. There's like everything's leathery brown.
Yeah, some of them definitely are. And sure, Jurassic Park did a lot to get people interested in paleontology as a science, which is great. So we're just gonna go in alphabetical order. I think that's fair. That also gets some of the like less ones that we have less to say about out of the way kind of early, because like once we get down to like the Spinosaurus, the T-Rex, the Velociraptor, we're gonna have a lot more to say about those. So we're gonna kind of save the best for last.
Will we?
Yeah. Ellen. So first off, the Ankylosaurus.
Ankylosaurus. It's only in JP3, and it has exactly 2 scenes. I personally love the armor dinos. I love the fucking big, like rhino types with big thick skin and shit, and natural weapons.
The tail weapons are neat.
This guy appears way earlier in this film than we thought.
Yeah,
and they use him as a fucking transition.
Yeah.
They murdered my boy.
It's a cinematograph. It's like a cinema trick.
He's in there to munch on a leaf, and then we start talking about marriage problems.
Right. Yeah.
And then he shows up again at the end of the boat ride in the corner of the frame.
That's where I took the screenshot for the thumbnail. To just
chill. And he's there while they're redoing the JP1 Brachiosaur.
Yeah, during the sort of obligatory majesty scene.
Yes, that's like 3/4 of the way through the movie.
Yeah, and so the Ankylosaurus is kind of just there for flavor, literally there for scale. Both in terms of getting a sense of how big the dinosaurs are, and because of his scales.
Yeah. I think if I had to put this on our tier list, as much as it pains me to say, this thing has to be fossil.
It's got to be a fossil, right?
Because like I love the armor dinos. They are in fact my favorite, but how they're portrayed, it's just like, hey, look at that guy. He's a weirdo.
Yeah, it's 2 shots. There's not a whole lot to it, but it's not like mishandled necessarily.
No, it's not typecast like some of our other dinos.
Yeah.
Next, Brachiosaurus.
Brachiosaurus.
Oh, we got so much to say on this.
I love the Brachiosaurus.
So, should we start with it's in JP1 and 3, and that's it.
So it's speaking of majesty, it was like earned pure majesty, right? Like it is the first dinosaur you see.
That first scene,
is
fucking magical, and it still holds up.
It's so good. It
still holds up so fucking well. And the thing about it is there's a lot of buildup to it, right? All the dinosaurs are dead. We've been talking about dinosaurs and how dangerous they are, and people are glazing velociraptors like fucking crazy. And then we get to this scene whenever they first land on the island and they see it. The music builds up. You're fucking close in on people's face, and we cut to something fucking bigger than God. It's insane. It's so good.
the actors sell it like perfectly.
Yeah, it's so good, and they redo that scene inside Jurassic Park 3, and it has absolutely none of the weight.
Yeah,
not at all.
Yeah, and speaking of weight, that's like one of my big complaints with the sequels is that none of the dinosaurs feel heavy like they did in the first movie.
No.
And like that, this is something like scale is something that's really hard to get across in film, and weight especially because it's something that's not like obvious, that's not super visual, and only a handful of like directors and like effects houses and stuff can like really pull it off. The Brachiosaur in Jurassic Park 1, all of its movements are very deliberate, and it's shot in a way that sells the magnitude of what John Hammond is doing, and it's sort of the crystallizing moment of the first movie be like, oh wait, they actually did it.
Yeah. and one thing I do like about like later in the film, right, when they're in the tree, you get that same motif again. It's muted and slow, and they're still in awe of it, but it's like kind of somber because, you know, they all nearly got eaten.
Yeah.
And it's this nice up close look at this dinosaur, again, like up in a tree. You're only really seeing just its head.
Yeah, plus they use an animatronic.
They use a robot, which is sick. But that look at that dinosaur, then it's like they aren't flawless. They're kind of gross because the sneeze scene. And the whole thing is still like completely beautiful. And I think Grant kind of put it like perfectly whenever he said they're just animals. They just kind of do what they do. Like he doesn't blame anything on them for what's happening.
Yeah. I think iconic is a good spot for the Brachiosaur.
There's no way it's not that.
There's no way it's not iconic
in that first shot.
Yeah, but it's not like the star of the movie, like a couple of the other dinosaurs are, right?
No.
But it is fantastic.
It's really good.
Okay. So Ceratosaurus.
I've got some things about this guy.
My whole note for this guy is haha poop joke, because that's the entire scene.
I titled that scene in my notes, stinky.
Stinky. Yeah.
The guy shows up, here's a time show on the cell phone, a timeshare scam on the cell phone, looks around at them grabbing poop and looks directly at the camera and asks the audience, why are you still here? And he turns around and leaves.
I'm leaving.
That's all he does. He's a fucking legend. For doing that.
But it does kind of suck that they took this sort of kind of interesting design with the horn on it, and it's a different color, and then just turned it into a dumb joke. And it really feels like the whole scene really feels tacked on.
It's so tacked on. This was supposed to be like another threat, like, oh, another carnivore. Oh my gosh.
It definitely feels like something that was added that wasn't in the script, and they added it in editing, because you could totally do that with the scene. I want to put this guy, I want to put the Ceratosaurus in Blunder Lizard, because I feel like he got done dirty.
Blunder Lizard with the asterisk of he asked you to leave the theater. And that's awesome.
He's like, you can go get more popcorn right now. All right, so next one, Corythosaurus. This is the first and only time I've ever heard of this particular dinosaur.
You weren't a dino kid like me.
Oh, I was, but by 2001, I had kind of grown out of my dinosaur phase.
You became one.
As soon as I hit 14, I fossilized, and I've been the same ever since. But yeah, I don't really know much about Corythosaurus. It is just sort of in there to fill out the stampede scene. Yeah. The silhouette is not much different from the Parasaur, which are also in there.
Yep.
I think it's just there to add some like background variety.
That's
but it's
really
not,
it.
It's like the Ankylosaurus, where it's not mishandled or anything like that. It's not made out to be a joke. So I think it should be a fossil.
I would actually argue for Blunder Lizard here.
Okay.
Because part of 3, the only movie where this guy shows up, is they have like this family parenting theme going on. With like the divorce subplot and the stealing of the eggs and everything.
The raptor plot is very part of that.
Is the good parent dinosaur. This is the one that they always find right next to eggs, and like it's young. So like having it in there, they could have given it a moment where like it's protecting its kids. Like they run across it, they get scared. And then Grant's like, oh, no, it's just protecting its kids. And that would have actually added into the themes of the movie.
I see.
But instead, it's just running around panicked as like the raptors kind of chase them just a little bit.
Right. Were there any... I don't know if there were any young ones in that scene. I'd have to go back.
There were not. There are no babies in the entire third movie aside from the pterodons.
Oh, this,
which sucks because the whole like families and babies thing was better done in 2.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think Fossil or Blunder Lizard for one of these 2.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. They didn't misrepresent the dinosaur. I think they just missed an opportunity, and I think that just barely keeps it out of Blunder Lizard.
Which 3 is also like the shortest film by far.
Yeah, thank God it's only 90 minutes.
It is exactly 90 minutes, and it is kind of wild how like where certain scenes land.
Yeah, boy is it. Okay, we got Corythosaurus in there.
Compies,
Composygnathus. Compsognathus.
So
I love these guys.
They're great. They are in Jurassic Park 2 primarily, and they have like a scene inside 3.
I feel like these guys like do a lot to elevate 2, in my opinion. Because
it's not just giant fucking monsters.
Yeah, so Jurassic Park 1 is like this like fantastic melding of a bunch of different genres. And and it is about the folly of ambition, and it's about respect for nature and a bunch of other things. And then
capitalism.
And then Jurassic Park 2 is a toy commercial.
Largely, yeah.
But the Compsognathus at the very beginning and the scene with Peter Stormare are like, those are like, that's some of that like slasher stuff that they had from the first movie. And I feel like it keeps the movie from being too silly. It's too silly, but it keeps it from going into like parody territory.
Right. Because it had only the 4 scenes, right? It had the little girl.
Yep.
The one that came back thinking it could get more roast beef and instead got tased.
Yeah.
We've got I just called this scene "Invest in Compy Coin Now." It's where he's talking to the investors, and it's in a cage. Yeah. And then there's the bathroom. The bathroom scene.
Yeah.
Because that guy walked a mile down the road because he was so afraid of someone smelling his piss.
Right.
His gut health had to be awful.
All he did was eat asparagus on the helicopter over to the island, and he didn't want anybody to know. But but I love packs of tiny monsters like gremlins or critters, that kind of thing. So like I would watch a whole movie about these nerds terrorizing a summer camp or something. It's an entirely different type of threat than you've seen in the first movie. So like it's like, oh wait, these things are even terrifying when they're small.
Yeah, I was gonna say like it's so rare that you have like a threat in a movie that isn't like just able to overpower you or like a force of nature. So having something that like individually, it's kind of whatever, but there's fucking 30 of them.
Right. Yeah.
And apparently they're persistence hunters is what Jurassic Park thinks, which fucking hell no.
Yeah. But I think these guys are iconic because they make Jurassic Park 2 like a significantly better movie.
I think they actually have to be someone's favorite.
Oh, you think?
As their tier. I do think so because like they definitely are one of the ones going forward in the series, as far as I know, that do kind of come back more. But they don't do a whole lot, right? Like they set
That's
the
fair.
scene for a little bit, and then like so in that their one like on screen kill with the asparagus man, they do it twice. They fucking get him, and he just stands up and walks away. And then we wait another 8 minutes, and then they get the kill off screen.
It's not a great setup.
No, it's really not. So I would put them at someone's favorite. Okay. They could have been iconic if 2 handled them just a little better.
Okay, I agree with that. I have the Gremlins bias, so that's why it goes.
That's fair.
All right.
Dilophosaurus,
another smaller one.
Yes. Yeah. So this guy, he has like pseudo 2 scenes, right?
Yeah.
He's got, whenever it's absent in the cage, I counted that as a scene because it sets up the foreboding of like shit's not working.
Sure. Yeah.
But really, it's the fucking like slapstick with a knife as Nedry is like sliding around in the mud. Literal slide whistle as he fucking falls.
It's that whole sequence is like rides that line where comedy and horror meet.
Yes.
Because they are very similar feelings, or they work on eliciting surprise out of somebody, right? Both comedy and horror. And it shows that Jurassic Park it's not a horror movie, but it is a slasher movie because it's got these like sneaky villains that go around and kill people, and sometimes they toy with their prey like Jason Voorhees does.
Yeah, this guy is the peekaboo champ of 1991. Holy shit.
Yeah.
He just disappearing and reappearing everywhere. It's awesome.
It's also the first like really awful death in the movie.
Oh, he gets it bad. Like his eyes are partially dissolved, and then he's having a fucking knife fight inside a Jeep.
Right. With a creature that's made of knives.
Yes.
And I love that scene, and even though because the movie is like full of wonder and adventure doesn't also mean it's not callous and brutal. Yep. Just like nature, just like the time period they're trying to emulate. I think that scene is so strong. It's iconic. Like
I agree.
Yeah.
I agree. It is so strong that every single time I have been to dinosaur exhibits multiple times after Jurassic Park existed, they talk about Dilophosaurus and like, no, it didn't do that.
It didn't spit,
but
acid.
It was really cool.
Yeah. It would have been cool though.
Yep.
All right.
Next one. This one's gonna be real quick. Just like the dino. Gallimimus. They exist in 1 and 2.
Yep.
And they have the exact same scene. They run.
Yep. They run around.
That's all they do.
They get eaten by the T-Rex in part 1.
They are there to be like,
cool.
Hey, guess what? You could probably guess this thing turned into ostriches, and you wouldn't be that incorrect.
Yeah.
And that's all it's there for.
Yeah. I like that. I like the like stampede scene quite a bit.
In JP1?
Yeah, because you see it's a nice little alternate between the day and the night.
Yes, it's one of the first times the movie is like bright.
Yeah, and then also it's a nice moment for Alan Grant because his special interest is really kicking in that scene.
Oh yeah, all throughout that movie, he's just like, you can see he's got the Tism stare happening, and his powers are growing.
Yep,
they're flocking like birds, like they evade a predator.
Yeah, and I think they should be in someone's favorite because they might be Alan Grant's favorite.
I would personally put them lower because, like, they just don't do anything. Like, they get typecast exactly to do one thing, and I think that puts them as fossil.
To be gazelles. Yeah, I don't know, though, because they are kind of cute. But yeah, if we had a tier between fossil and someone's favorite, it would definitely go there.
I think that would be the perfect spot for
But if they had a little more action, they'd definitely... Okay.
All right. Mamenchisaurus.
Mamenchisaurus.
Literally the same thing, just
literally
Jurassic
the same
Park
thing.
2. They are not on screen ever again. You never see them get captured or anything.
Yeah, they're on screen for like all of like 40 seconds or something like that.
It felt like they were included because A, we knew bigger dinos existed than Parasaurolophus and Pachycephalosaurus.
Yep.
And 2, so that one motorcycle could drive underneath one.
Yep. That's
it.
Yeah, that's it. It's kind of there to like sell the chase and how badass the engine commandos are.
Yeah.
And that talk about toy commercial, that whole scene is like, hey,
so many
buy
toys.
The Jeep.
So many toys.
So many toys.
Oh my gosh. This has to be Fossil or Blunder.
Yeah,
it just they didn't do anything.
They're not misrepresented. They're not. I think Fossil is fine. They're not there to like.
My question's gonna be: is if these are not blunders, is Blunder literally only gonna be Ceratosaurus?
Maybe. We have maybe one other one that could go in there.
I'm not seeing it.
Okay.
I think this is like the one other one I would definitely argue for.
Okay.
Blunder. But yeah, we'll just
we can always come back to it too. So
we can. All right, Pachycephalosaurus.
Pachycephalosaurus.
Also only from 2.
Also only 2. Also very
primarily
toyetic.
The chase scene.
Yeah.
We've got. So they're in the chase scene. They get their own special takedown, which is kind of cool.
Yep. They put that guy through that Jeep.
And then they're in the jailbreak.
Yeah, the little bit of havoc.
Yeah.
In 2.
So while I was watching this, I had like a crazy like memory re-upload in my brain. There's a famous paleontologist from back in that day called Bob Bacher. And he looks exactly like the dude in this movie who wears a cowboy hat, has plaid, and a crazy beard. And he talks about the Pachycephalosaurus, like spine alignment and like headbutting stuff. It had to have been a callback, like reference thing. It had to have. There was no way it wasn't. And I think it's really cool that they did that.
And then he gets eaten by the Tyrannosaur later, right?
He gets eaten by the T-Rex because he's afraid of snakes.
Yes, that's right. The snake crawls into his collar.
Yeah, this guy's just like a little freak. He's one of the dinosaurs that are like, hey, guess what? These guys were freaks. They had unique adaptations.
Yeah, very unique looking for sure. And he's kind of man-sized, so it's perfect for like an action scene.
Man-sized, but still like, it's like, what if a ram was like twice the size they are?
Yeah.
And it's like, that could probably push you through a car like it did.
Well, yeah. What if a donkey had a bowling ball for a head?
Right.
It's kind of like that. I think someone's favorite is
it has to be.
It has to be. I think that's a good spot for it. I had a toy of one of these guys, so they got me back in the day.
Yeah.
You could push his head in, and he squeezes his legs, and his head would pop out.
I had that same toy. I'm fairly sure. I'm fairly sure.
Oh man, that was a good toy. All right,
this is a good
Parasaurolophus.
These ones appeared in
2 and 3.
1 and 2.
1 and 2.
1 and 2. They are on screen technically during the wide shot after the Brachiosaurus.
Yes, that's the
corner of frame.
Screen I grabbed.
And my little note for that scene is I think it's really clever because again, these are like the good parent dinosaurs. Mm-hmm. They're kind of that same grouping. And right after we have that scene, we learn that there are kids on the island and there are no parents.
Yeah.
And then in 2, they get like a special takedown too. Like you see them fucking trip the shit out of and possibly kill that one.
Yeah, so in 1, they're only seen from afar and they have kind of a goofy silhouette. And they are necessary to show the variety of animals that are on Isla Nublar. And then in 2, they are there to sell that InGen are the bad guys. Mm-hmm. It's very much a kind of kick the dog moment. To make sure that to like really clearly communicate to the audience that these guys with all the cool toys are actually the bad guys. Yeah. I think that like moment of pathos with the one getting taken down in 2, I think that gives it something more than just being in fossil tier.
You think so?
Because it's gonna be somebody's favorite, because somebody is gonna have the empathy for that poor parasaur that got taken down, and it's an emotional moment, and it's not just there for background flavor.
No, you're right. I think that's a pretty good observation. I would have possibly said fossil because, so again, knowing a whole lot about dinos, these things have a fucking wide, like that bill on their head. It was theorized at the time like they could blow air through that and make like all kinds of funky sounds. We didn't get to hear any of that.
That's
like
true.
It just makes generic dinosaur lizard noises as it gets taken down. They didn't like go into any of that, which, I mean, again, this is not a documentary. It's Jurassic Park.
Yeah.
So there's only so much you can do, but like,
yeah, I think
they're probably someone's.
Yeah, I think as the movie treats it, it's got something going for it other than just being.
Yeah, the silhouette and the empathy thing, I think, is a good argument for why it sticks there.
Yeah, because it's not like the Corythosaurus. I think it should be a tier above the Corythosaurus.
You know what? Yeah. This is another one of those where like maybe we need another tier.
But, yeah. Maybe need another tier.
All right, Pteranodon.
Okay, Pteranodons.
We had them
2 and 3.
Yeah.
At the very end of 2.
Very end of 2, and then they have their own scene in 3, and they're also in the end.
Yeah, it's one of the better parts of 3, I thought.
Really?
Yeah. Well, I like it. I like that scene in 3. Because of the fog in that scene, gives it a lot of atmosphere. And you have the one like walking out of the fog, and it shows kind of like how the compies were like, oh hey, even the little ones are scary, and then in 3 it's like, oh god, we have to worry about the skies. So it's like it's another threatening angle to the island.
It does follow the Tremors pattern of they fly now.
Yeah, exactly.
Literally in the 3rd one.
Yep.
I guess so.
Despite the ridiculousness of the parachute stuff.
I was gonna say just the bird landing on the bridge. Like, we assume that we can only have one person on this bridge, and this 300-pound reptile lands like it's made of feathers.
Sure.
And is just kind of doing whatever. It's part of the slasher thing, right?
Yeah,
like the pseudo horror.
And like
that was really goofy.
Getting into like the physics of these like of it is like, it's not really a dinosaur's fault.
Yeah.
And then I liked it when the babies tried to eat the kid. I thought that was pretty scary.
I think my favorite part of that sequence in 3 is honestly the KO on the pterodon. Because they go waterborne for a second, and you see the cage just fucking
smash
dumpster that guy.
Yeah.
It was so very slapstick, which, like, anything to keep your attention on the movie instead of that one.
Yeah. But yeah, they get something other than just being background. They're a genuine threat. And they're kind of cool looking. It's the only flying dinosaur in the entire
whole list.
in the whole trilogy.
Yeah.
So I think it's definitely not quite iconic. It's iconic for JP3. But
yes,
if we were looking at that one in a vacuum, it would be up a tier. But I think dropping it down to someone's favorite, I think, is appropriate.
Yeah. I mean, JP3 has like a whole like 3 like confrontation scenes. That's it.
Yeah.
It's so by being one of the 3.
Yeah. For giving you something to look at.
Okay, let's get this elephant out of the room.
Yeah, Spinosaurus.
Oh
Spinosaurus has real mom's new boyfriend energy.
They glaze it so fucking hard.
It's pushed so hard and so early,
so aggressively.
Yeah, because it kills a T-Rex in the first like 4 minutes.
Oh, no. Before we even get to that, we even start that, right?
Yeah.
It immediately gets a kill.
Yeah.
It takes down the plane.
Yep.
It then chases them down. It gets a whole sequence with that.
Oh yeah.
It then kills the T-Rex in its second scene, which Rex took a dive. Like, money changed hands there. Something happened.
100%. Like, I appreciate the big dumb monster fight, but it was way too short.
Way too short. It wasn't violent enough.
No, that's true.
It ends in a neck snap. We had a dinosaur neck snap, and that's the first of 2 in that movie. There's another one.
It's not Solid Snake. It's not.
No,
it's not gonna. So for later on in the movie, they do the whole phone thing because it like eats the guy who has the phone.
Its third scene is a "I'm right behind you" gag
kind of thing. Yeah, and
that's its third one. Oh my god!
The phone thing makes no sense because
you hear it so clearly.
You hear it so clearly from like 100 yards away, and then also apparently the Spinosaurus has like little baby cat feet because you never hear it walk. It just sneaks up on people left and right.
No, he just appears.
Yeah, it's very inconsistently portrayed.
They glaze right over the whole problem of how do we get through this fence? Oh, there's magically a hole. The Spinosaurus then makes his own hole. And this is a 2-layer steel cables and reinforced everything, right?
Yeah.
They go into a shed, 1/2-inch thick at most, steel doors with 4 latches.
Yeah.
Completely stops it.
Right.
Nothing doing.
Okay, here's my take on the Spinosaurus. Spinosaurus doesn't behave like an animal. It behaves like a monster. And that's why I think it should be a blunder lizard, because they blundered on making it feel like an actual animal, like an actual dinosaur.
They gave it T-Rex's job in this movie and did nothing to set it up and sell it.
Yeah.
So like in the last 30 minutes, we get its final scene.
Yeah.
We get like a whole 1/2 second of seeing it swim up to the boat.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh yeah, we get like the partial visuals that JP1 had all over the place to be like, you don't get quite a good look, but enough look to know like, oh no, trouble's afoot. Immediately we're inside like a big danger thing. There's no like setup. There's none of this like play of like, oh, is the animal gonna like pounce? Is it just stalking me? Like it's too fast.
Yeah, and then
it's way too fast.
And then kind of cementing the sort of like it's a monster. It runs away from fire like Frankenstein.
I do like right before the scene though is we juxtapose fucking the Spinosaurus going on a rampage with flashing back to Sattler's house where her kid is dancing to Barney.
Yeah.
I thought that was so fucking funny.
That was pretty good. And also, Laura Dern got another paycheck, and she deserves it.
That river is also way too damn clean. Holy shit.
Yeah. Yeah. It doesn't feel like a wild animal at all.
No.
It just feels like a movie monster. And that's kind of its biggest sin. That's probably Jurassic Park 3's biggest sin, I think.
Yeah, it was so mishandled. This guy, a blunder lizard.
Yep.
Easy.
Triceratops.
Okay, technically in all 3 movies.
Yeah.
In 2, they are in the jailbreak scene only.
Yeah.
We never see them get caught, but they're just there.
In 2, it incites the riot at the camp because it crashes through the teleconference.
Yeah. Yeah.
So it kind of gets its due after being zonked out on drugs for the entire first movie.
Yes. Yeah. You look at this thing and you know about rhinoceroses and you're like, yeah, the thing's going to fucking charge and impale someone.
Yeah.
Luckily, it did.
Yep.
And then, for shame, the third one literally just name dropped and on screen for maybe a quarter of a second during the initial flyby.
It doesn't even count. Like,
no,
3.
It really doesn't.
It's you can hardly notice it. Yeah. But 1 and 2, the animatronic in 1 is super impressive.
So impressive. Holy shit.
We get that great scene of that great shot of Grant like laying on it while it breathes, and he does like the big grin.
Yes.
And it also pulls you in emotionally because you feel bad for this thing, this poor critter. And then it's also funny because we get the giant pile of shit line.
It helps suspend part of the like, so the whole like spared no expense, everything's top of the line, and like it's at that point, it's at a perfect spot in the movie where things are just kind of barely breaking down. There's a couple things in there that you can point to throughout the movie that are like, well, that's a little off, but whatever.
Right.
And it's there where like you have Harding, I think is the guy's name, the groundskeeper who's out there with them. He's out there being like a zookeeper. Like they are actually trying to do something. So it helps suspend that like, well, it can't all be bad. Of course, it's Jurassic Park. You probably saw the trailers. You know it's going to go bad. But it keeps the illusion moving just a little bit longer, which is something that the later two movies like don't do at all.
Right. Yeah. I think it's iconic because of the impressiveness of the animatronic and the emotional weight of the scene, and how it gives like all three of the main adult characters like a nice character moment. And then two, it kind of it's like finally you get to see him flex shit up. But everybody remembers the Triceratops scene because it is so emotionally resonant, and you're just sort of right up there with it. And it's not. Yeah, I think it's iconic.
This is another one where like maybe we needed another tier, because I think out of the ones that get a full scene in the first movie, that's the one that like gets cut. Out of the three, it's T-Rex, it's Velociraptor, it's Brachiosaurus, and like Dilophosaurus too, I guess. Right. But I can definitely see the argument for iconic. It's at minimum someone's favorite. Like that profile, the name, like people love that thing.
We could put it like bottom of iconic, right?
It is bottom of iconic. It gets in on its merits. Next, we've got Stegosaurus. One of my favorites.
Stegosaurus.
It's in 2 and 3.
2 and 3, yeah. It doesn't. We don't get a lot of Stegosaurus.
Really, we don't.
No,
it's in 2 as like our intro to the dinos again, right?
Yeah. It's the first wow moment.
It's such a shame. Well, so it's a wow moment, but they brush right past it.
Boy, do they!
They brush right past it so quick.
Yeah, two does a lot of that.
It's not as bad as 3. 3 is literally just getting you from point A to point B every single second of the movie. You do get to like hang around a little bit because like you get the baby Stegosaurus.
Baby is pretty stinking cute.
You see them fuck shit up and nearly kill Sarah.
Yeah, they nearly get Julianne Moore.
They get thagomized.
Yeah, I had on my notes. I have mild thagomizer action.
Yes, which that's what you want to see when you see these guys. Like they've got a freak profile. They've got the tail. Yeah. They're in the jailbreak scene. Yeah, like they're there. And then actually, I do like them in 3. Mm-hmm. They're only in the Ray of God callback scene to the Brachiosaur. Sure. Like they're hanging out there, and like I think it's like it gives them a redo from JP2.
Yeah,
because like they get their actual awe moment. They're lit up really well.
Yeah,
and like out of all the dinosaurs in that scene, I think they honestly look the best. They look better than the redone Brachiosaur, and they look better than the Ankylosaurus.
Yeah, the redone Brachiosaur is kind of weak.
Yeah,
I appreciate that they gave it some color, but
yeah, it's definitely like someone's favorite or fossil.
Yeah,
it doesn't really do a lot.
No.
But
it gets something.
It's cool.
And it
does get something.
We can see 2 different versions of them because we get the baby in 2. Mm-hmm. And it's another animatronic. I would put it like middle of someone's favorite. Like kind of between, because it's not as impactful as the compies.
Yeah. I think that's good.
Yeah. I think it's somewhere in there because they are so distinct.
Yeah. Okay, so we got 2 big ones. We're
back down to the big ones.
So T-Rex needs no introduction in all 3 movies.
We don't even like. We can just put it in Thunder Lizard.
Like, yeah, we can put it in Thunder Lizard and just talk about our favorite parts with it.
Yeah, because it's the first movie is exactly how you want a T-Rex to be portrayed. It's
there's literally not a scene in the first movie where it's not like, someone has that as their favorite scene of the movie.
Yeah,
there's literally not one.
It's it's unstoppable, it's curious, it's unfathomably large. The music knows to get out of the way of the star of the movie.
Yes, there's so many good fucking like into the first one whenever it finally attacks the kid's car. The music is just gone.
It's
just gone. And then we're immediately thrown into they change the perspective of the shot and the glass falls in on them, and it's so good.
And that's what they do in horror movies. Like Spielberg knows. Like he's like
yes.
The Jeep chase, the only like it's like one of the few parts of Jurassic Park 1 where I kind of go, ugh. But and this might just be down to watching this movie in 4K, but like the reflection of the T-Rex and the Jeep like side mirror, that is dodgy looking. But that's it.
Oh, really?
That's it.
I was gonna say like that shot. I remember watching like a documentary a while back. Like that shot actually has like a lot of shit going on behind it.
Oh, for sure.
It was actually very difficult to get. So there's some technical stuff there.
Yeah,
but yeah, it's like the one low point because like nothing happens. He just chases them and they get away.
Well, specifically the CGI and the reflection, like that's like the one part where it's like, oh, that doesn't age really well. But it's still very animalistic. It's what you would expect from a wild animal, because it's like, oh, this thing's kind of interesting, I'm gonna follow it for a minute. It's like, I'm tired of this.
Yeah, in 2 I really did like the scene around the mega van. I think that's a really good like it's a great combo of the car flip scene and the tree scene where like it did both, and it hit all the notes from it really well. I thought that was great. The end in like San Francisco, like it's that's where 2 just kind of falls apart into just full on comedy.
It becomes pure schlock once they get to the city.
It is wild how little pandemonium is happening at the end of 2 for having a fucking T-Rex go nuts.
And
I mentioned it the other night. There's a funny like ode to Godzilla where like they zoom in on a bunch of Japanese businessmen for like
Japanese
3 seconds.
businessmen, running away from it. When you take, they were definitely going for like a King Kong thing.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah.
And King Kong is more interesting in the city because he can climb.
Mm-hmm.
And when you take the T-Rex and you put it in a city among buildings and stuff, you do, just by comparison of its surroundings, it just looks smaller and less impressive. Like, and because he like takes up one lane in traffic.
He takes up one lane in traffic. Almost all of its kills during that sequence are off screen.
Yeah,
entirely.
And they lose. Jurassic Park 2 loses points for killing the dog. Like,
so first off, what kind of fucking monsters leave their dog out at midnight, have it chained not to the ground like normal, but to the doghouse?
Yeah,
the fact that those parents didn't get their comeuppance in that scene is what made me mad.
Yeah, they should have eaten the parents instead of the dog.
Yeah, but yeah, definitely Thunder Lizard. There's nothing to say about 3 aside from anything we said about Spinosaurus already.
But yeah, Tyrannosaurus Rex, it's
iconic.
It's iconic. Well, it's above iconic, in fact.
It's on the logo of the damn franchise.
Yeah, exactly.
We got a lot to say about Velociraptor. I think we got to keep it moving.
Yeah, we do. Yeah, Velociraptor, final dinosaur from the trilogy.
Yeah. So these have the most wild shift in how they're treated between the movies. Like,
boy, do they? Yeah.
3 T-Rex may as well not even be there, so we don't need to worry about that.
No.
But so like in 1, they hype up the Velociraptors first. Muldoon is like, they're so fucking lethal, holy shit.
The 2 of the 3 opening scenes of Jurassic Park 1 are about how scary they are.
Yeah. And then like we see all that stuff capitalized on because they do like their triangle attack into the big finale.
Yeah.
Well, you have the
before they even get to any of that, they talk about how scary the Velociraptor is, and then the first one you see is a baby.
Yes.
So they kind of like you're like
they kind of disarm it a little bit.
Yes, they disarm it a little bit, and then they start killing people.
Yeah. And the sheer like ominous music inside that scene is like it's something that's like lacking from the score in basically every single other movie.
Yeah.
And 3 tries to do it in their abandoned lab scene. Like, it's the same track, I'm pretty sure, or close to it.
It's very similar.
And they just don't do anything with it. It's like, hey, it's... And then they go into the slapstick of the raptor head being alive still.
Yeah.
So, like, you get that stuff. You have the iconic kitchen scene, which is, like, probably my favorite, like, fight confrontation in the movie.
Kitchen scene is the best Resident Evil scene in the movie.
Yeah.
Like, that stalking scene is so good. Like, I don't know what the fuck they've been doing with the Mila Jovovich Resident Evil movies, but that should have been the blueprint.
Yeah. Just show people this scene. It's like, you're going to make this scene.
But do zombies.
Stretch it out to an hour and 20 minutes.
Yeah.
And we'll figure out the rest of it.
Yeah. Yeah, because they're not merely curious. Like, the T-Rex is curious, but, like, the Velociraptors are, like, fucking smart.
Yeah.
They can open doors. Like,
2 does some cool stuff with them.
Yeah.
So,
they do some cool stuff and some not so cool stuff.
So, in 2, literally, the word Velociraptor is the halfway point of the movie.
Oh, yeah.
Just the word.
They don't show up for a while, yeah.
They don't show up till we get to the grass chase scene.
Yeah.
And that's 2/3 of the runtime in.
I know. I think they wanted to avoid kind of redoing or like retreading old ground.
Yeah.
So instead of having like this claustrophobic scene in a kitchen with the kids, it's wide open. And
it's wide open. We get the Muldoon scene like 90 times over as the whole troop is running. They have that really great jump kill.
Yes,
which is like my favorite part of that.
I really do like that tall grass scene where they like the engine guys just start disappearing.
Yeah,
it's very very like very like Vietnam.
Yes. And then they're at the radio tower. Whatever they put like in their lysine deficient diet. Mm-hmm. It made them addicted to ramming their heads into doors. It happens 5 times in a row. It's so nonsense.
Yeah. That chase through the whole facility is like it's not amazing, but it shows some cunning. But it's
so goofy. Like you see them leaned over, digging with their front claws at the door.
Yeah. I did like the cutting between the girls digging and then the Velociraptor kind of copying them and digging. I was like, that's kind of neat.
The base notes of that scene are strong. I just think they could have executed a little better. JP3, the biggest shift for these guys.
Yeah.
Our first scene is the iconic Alan.
Alan is the Alan plane scene where he's hallucinating. That almost makes up for how bizarre the ending is, but not quite.
Yeah. We get this there's no ceremony for the lead up whenever they actually are on screen.
No, yeah.
It's just shit's fucked island. It feels really cheap. There's no suspense to it.
Yeah.
They do look really good, and I like the added sounds being like kind of a minor plot point. But they do some weird stuff with the visuals overall. So in JP1, all the Velociraptors look the same. They're just like brown and made of teeth.
They're kind of
in this one, they've got like some stripes to them.
Yeah.
Kind of like JP2 did. And then you have this weird third version of them where they've got the head frills. And it looks like they spent a little bit too long in the oven, is what I'm gonna say. Like they're a little over designed.
It seems like they were going for
sleeker ones would have been cool.
Yeah, they do look. The sleeker ones do look a lot better. I think they were trying to go for like a sexual dimorphism or something.
Yeah, that's probably it.
But they didn't really pay off.
Yeah, I mean the final scene is the egg subplot needs to wrap up.
Yeah.
There's no time. Call in the Velociraptors and the Coast Guard.
The whole ending of that movie is a mess. And I like the behavioral subplot with the Raptors in 3. I think that's kind of neat because it's exploring them more than just killing people.
Yes.
But that scene where they're it's like the Raptors are being almost transactional.
Yeah.
With the whole egg exchange it's very bizarre. It's so weird. And Like they're definitely trying to get across that like that they're smart, right? But why would they just not tear the entire party apart and then just get the eggs later and then also eat at the same time?
It doesn't fit with anything else we've seen prior to this with the Velociraptors.
It's like the Spinosaurus problem, where the Spinosaurus doesn't act like an animal and it acts like a monster, but taken in the other direction, where it's like, oh, it doesn't act like an animal, it acts like a weird alien.
Yeah, they get flanderized from how they are inside the first two movies, where they're like smart, but also still very much.
I think flanderized is a good way of putting it. Yeah.
Yeah, like they just crank them up into the wrong directions.
Yeah, and then movie over. Go home.
Movie over. I don't know where to rank these guys. I think they're honestly just iconic.
I would put them at like top of iconic.
Yeah, they're the next best ones after T-Rex, right?
Yeah, because like they're so well done in 1, and like 2 they have some good moments, but I think 3 just drags down their portrayal pretty hard.
Yeah,
despite Alan.
Honestly,
if Alan had been their only appearance in 3, I'd put them in Thunder Lizard because I love that scene. I love Alan. But great. Jurassic Park 3 just does weird shit with them, and like I don't know if like any of that is like based on scientific whatever, but or like anything that, or it would be scientific conjecture. I don't have to say, but they were definitely trying to make them more into characters, and then they doubled down on that in Jurassic World, which we don't need to talk about.
No. You know what I think really would have like saved the Raptors? Like 3 could have been exactly as what we got, but if in 2 they actually did what the books do and have the Raptors on the boat.
Yeah,
like that's why everyone's dead, and then you have Raptors and a big ass T-Rex running rampant over San Diego. That would have done it.
That would have helped too quite a bit. Yeah, but
that's the list.
That's the list.
Our opinions are absolutely correct. You can fight amongst yourselves in the comments,
right? Let us know where you think we went wrong or where we went completely right, which is all of it. But I hope if you made it this far through the video, I hope y'all enjoyed watching us make a tier list. I think it's the first one on the whole channel. I believe it is.
You'll have to go back and watch all our videos.
I have to go back and rewatch every single one of our videos just to make sure. But yeah, that's it. That's the dinosaurs of Jurassic Park. We did it. I think I feel good about this list.
This is, like I said, it's the most correct list. It's the only way.
Jurassic Park opinions on the internet.
All right. Well, we'll see you for something weird later.
Something weird later. All right.
Bye-bye.
Like, comment, subscribe to all the YouTube stuff. Bye.